Light a candle. Any volunteer? Anyone else? Okay. Yes.
Let's do our chanting before the meditation. Please turn to page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The three refuges. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Next page, the five precepts. Panatipata vemani sikkhapadang samadhiyami adinādāna vemani sikkhapadang samadhiyami kāmesu micchācārā vemani sikkhapadang samadhiyami musāvādā vemani sikkhapadang samadhiyami surameraya majjha pamadatthāna vemani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Let's read the affirmative vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and gratefulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Itipiso bhagavā arahant sammā sambuddho vibucchācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhammasārati sattā deva manussānaṁ buddho bhagavāti. Homage to the Dhamma. Swāgṇkārto bhagavata dhammo sandikṭhiko akāliko ēhipassiko opanayiko pacchattam veditabbo vinyūhiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho ஞாயපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ
සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අන්ත පුරිස පුංගලා ඒස භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනියෝ පාහුනියෝ දක්ඛිනියෝ අංජලි කරණියෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offering. Offering of light. Ganasarappaditthena Deepena tamadamsena Tilokadipam sambuddham Pujayami tamunudam. Offering of incense. Gandha sangara yuttena dupenaham sugandhina pujaye pujaniyam tam puja bhajana muttamam. Offering of flowers. Vannagandha gunopetam etam kusuma santatim pujayami mundassa sripada sarore pujemi buddham kusumena nena punyena mitena labhami mokkam puppang nilayati yatha idammi kayo tatayati vinasa bhavan. Offering of water. Adivase tuno bante paniyam parikampitam anukampam upadaya patiganhatu uttama. Offering of drinks. Adivase tuno bante gilana patucayam imam anukampam upadaya patiganhatu uttama. Worship of shrines. Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbadhani supatitthitang saririka dhatu mahabodhim buddha rupam sakalang sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next, wish of well-being.
Namaste Manu Ratenante Yang Yang Punyani Sandang Vipulang Arantang Tansanubari Hatante Rayo
Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheeling that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like one from shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like a linchpin in a moving cart. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as they should remove the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All things are not self. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Welcome everyone again for our meditation session. So today we have gathered here to use this space and this gathering to guide ourselves to experience a state of the mind that has more awareness, more space, and also that is wholesome. So we will practice loving kindness meditation and mindfulness on breathing meditation. And these two forms of meditation helps us to grow two aspects of our mind, of our personality. Loving kindness meditation will help us to grow in our compassion, grow in our affective qualities, grow in our empathy, and all our wholesome emotions. And mindfulness on breathing meditation can help us to sharpen our awareness, sharpen our insight, sharpen our wisdom. So we have this knowing, insightful aspect of our mind, and we also have this compassionate, the emotional aspect of our mind. We need a balanced growth in these both aspects. The culmination, the peak of the compassion and wisdom is what we call enlightenment. So in this practice, we address the both aspects and cultivate the both aspects. The more balance we practice, the more peace and happiness and we will bring to our life. So just think about that. We are going to address two important aspects of our mind, of our personality, of our life. That's going to benefit yourself and also many others. Whatever practice that you are doing right here is definitely growing and developing certain sets of skills and capacities in yourself, but it's going to help so many others. Just have that intention and motivation that this practice is to benefit so many living beings. We will never know who will benefit from our practice. All the people, including animals, many will benefit from this practice that we are doing now. So just think about the impact, the change that we can bring to this world by simply developing these important skills. So with that, let us make a determination that I will engage in this practice wholeheartedly. I will make use of this opportunity. I will make use of this space, this gathering, this guidance, and I will engage in a committed practice. Just make that determination now. With that determination, let us listen to the sound of the bell, and we will do our chant, Namo Buddhaya, to help ourselves to draw our attention right here and establish our mindfulness in the present moment. So throughout the bell and the chant, keep drawing your attention to this moment and just feel your body. Let us simply be here and now in our body. Just take a moment to observe how your body is sitting here now. And just try to find areas in your body where you have prominent sensations. Maybe areas where you can feel your clothes. Maybe areas where your body meets the cushion or chair. Or maybe areas where your body parts are touching each other. Just take a moment to feel the presence of the body right here. Some sensation of touch, warmth, pressed muscles. We will just be in this body. With this awareness of the body, we will let this body to completely relax. Loosen whatever tightness or whatever holdings that we may have in our body. We can even release subtle tightness, stiffness. We can relax our facial muscles, simply pushing our eyebrows away and gently dropping our jaw inside the mouth. And if you wish, you can bring a gentle smile to your face and experience the relaxation of the muscles in the face. We can relax our shoulders. Maybe you can lengthen your breath a little bit, taking a little long breath. And when you're breathing out, you can allow your shoulders to simply drop down further a little bit from the sides. And you can use another out breath to let your chest to drop. You can use another out breath to allow your belly to freely drop to the front. We will let this body to simply be here without any tightness, no grips in our palms or fingers. Simply let your palms simply lie here. We will stay in the body no matter whatever happening around us. We simply notice everything, but stay anchored in the body. With this relaxed body, let us now bring our whole attention to our mind and just watch what is in our mind right now. And we will use this opportunity to guide our mind to one of the most wholesome states ever, loving kindness. This is a good time that we can gradually guide our mind to experience a wholesome state that will heal our whole body and mind, that will help to heal the world. Let us gradually guide our mind to experience that wholesome state, loving kindness. Loving kindness is the willingness in our heart for everyone to be well, including ourselves. Loving kindness is the goodwill towards all beings. It is the friendliness, universal friendliness, a genuine wish of well-being. We have this capacity in the deep in our mind. Let us now bring out that friendliness, that willingness to care, that goodwill, open-heartedness. Let us generate that wholesome state right now. Just like when we see a smile in face of a little baby, how we open our heart when we encounter such a lovely image, smiling face of a little baby, a little baby. Let us open our heart just like when we are petting a puppy, a kitten, a bird, or any other pet. Let us open our heart just like that and generate that willingness to care, that goodwill, that wish of well being. We will now gradually cultivate this wholesome state. This is precious. We will make this loving kindness stronger and stronger. The more we wish well being, the stronger our loving kindness becomes. Let us keep wishing. We will start with our body. We can feel our body right now, the way it sits, where it touches. Let us genuinely wish this living organism right here. Let us direct this loving kindness, this genuine wish of well being to this whole body with deep appreciation, gratitude for all the help we receive from this body. Many organs in this body have been helping us to live this life. With deep appreciation, let us take time to direct this loving kindness to each part of the body. May the skin of this body that we can feel right now wherever we feel touch sensation, the skin that protects us from all kinds of germs, the whole skin throughout the body. Be well. Be healed. Let this loving kindness wish, this intention, travel throughout the body, covering all the skin throughout the body. Be well. Be healthy. Be healed. May all these muscles, ligaments, and tendons in this body, all these muscles in different parts of the body, may they all be well. Be healthy. Be healed. We will now penetrate this loving kindness to all our bones throughout the body. Large bones, tiny bones, and all these joints throughout the body. May this whole bones throughout the body. Be well. Be healthy. Be healed. May all the organs in this body direct this loving kindness to our lungs. May these lungs even helping us right now. The whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart that is helping us even right now at this moment, this cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digesting system, all the organs in this digestive system that help us to energize our body, that help us to keep going, stomach, liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, the whole digesting system be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys, which are releasing the toxins from the body, may these both kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the spinal cord, the brain stem, the middle brain, the frontal lobe, the whole nervous system be well, be healthy, be healed. We have directed our loving kindness to many parts of the body. Let this loving kindness intention to cover your whole body Allow this loving kindness to travel to each corner of the body. May this whole body be well, be healthy, be healed. We will now expand this loving kindness beyond ourselves to all others. We will wish the same well being with the same level of intensity to all other beings. May all people who are sitting with us in this hall right now, may all these people who are meditating now, who are now developing their loving kindness, let us wish for one another, person sitting next to you, people sitting around you, including these teachers. May all of us be well, be healthy, be peaceful. Let's expand this loving kindness beyond this immediate place to all other people. May all people who are connected to our life, may all people in our family, our friends, may they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond the people who are known to us, to everyone living in this whole area. May all people living in this whole neighborhood, whoever the people living in this surrounding area, people who are traveling right now, people who are still at work right now, people who are at homes right now, may they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let's keep expanding this wish as wide as we can Let us take a moment to expand this wish and genuinely wish everyone living beyond this surrounding area in all other places, all people living throughout this country, and even people living beyond this country in this whole continent, and even people beyond this continent in all other parts of the world. May all people living everywhere, may people who are suffering due to conflicts, suffering from fear and loss, may people who are suffering from anxiety, fear, suffering from sicknesses, ailments, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us open our heart and expand this wish beyond human beings to all other beings. May all animals living everywhere, from large animals to tiny ones, may all of them, may all living beings, whatever living beings there may be, whatever life forms there may be, may they all living beings without exception, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Allow this loving kindness to travel far and wide, embracing all living beings. Treat limitless love, unbound loving kindness, embracing all beings with this wish. Rejoice, this ever widening loving kindness, this all encompassing loving kindness. Just rejoice, this wholesome state of the mind. With this loving kindness, we will let this loving kindness be at the background of the mind. We will now gently start to pay our attention to our breath. With this loving kindness, we have developed a peace, a calmness. Let us now gradually enhance this peace by simply paying attention to our breath. In this calm, peaceful moment, we can feel our breath. We can notice the breath moving through our nostrils. We can feel how our lungs are filled. When the out-breath happens, we can feel the emptying of the lungs and the movement of the air through the nostrils. Sometimes we can feel our out-breath in our upper lips. Just bring your attention to this wonderful process. This breath enables our life. The breath is the bedrock of our life. Everything else becomes meaningless the moment we stop breathing. So this is the basis of all other values, all other important things. With deep respect, let us keep observe our breath. Try to be with the breath and feel and notice the details of the sensation of the movement of the air. Keep bringing your attention to the breath again and again. No matter how many times we have other thoughts, concerns, and images, memories, simply notice those thoughts, memories as simply thoughts. It's like a waves in the water. And just notice them and then come back to the breath again and again. These last few minutes, let us give our full effort to be with our breath. Feel it closely. Notice the details and simply rest with the breath. Nidukha Bhayapattacha Nibbhaya Sukhapattacha Nisukha Hontu sabbepi paninu. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Take a moment to feel deeply grateful for this opportunity to have meditation in our life. Feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Feel grateful to whoever helped your meditation tonight. Let us even feel grateful to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including the cushion, the chair, this bell, and this device that helped us to connect to this meditation from home. With deep gratitude to all people and all things that made this meditation possible for us today. Let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, it is very nice to have you all to practice today. Any sharing, question about the practice? Yes, Dan.
Sometimes I'm not sure how to, what's the difference between entertaining thought and investigating a thought?
Yeah.
Does the question make sense?
Yeah. 3 things actually. We can either entertain a thought, or we can observe and drop it, or let it die by itself. Maybe drop it, or we can investigate it. So 3 things that we can do with regard to a thought. So investigation of our thoughts happens when we do insight meditation, vipassana meditation, usually in a longer retreat, when we have developed enough calm, enough stability, enough calmness, enough samadhi in our mind. Otherwise, it is quite difficult for us to do it. So in this kind of short session, what we try to do is, to train this ability to watch our own thoughts, observe our own thoughts as almost like we become a third person like from a third person perspective, we kind of, or maybe kind of going behind ourselves and watch and feel that, that thought, like notice, okay, oh, it's a memory, interesting, it's appear right now. So you observe it and notice it, and you drop it. And you kind of let it go, because we are either doing loving kindness meditation or doing breathing meditation. We have a goal where to place our mind. So we quickly drop it and come to our main task. So once we develop that ability to, because before investigation, we really need to develop that ability to observe our own thoughts and create a space, a distance between the watcher and the thought. And that's what we are doing when we like keep watching whatever thoughts occurring without really being upset about ourselves, without really denying them or try to pushing them away. Or we just keep watching, observing them, and even saying the thoughts, memories, and then you drop it. Doesn't matter, whether it's about, any important thing, in this short session of meditation, no thoughts is important. I mean, of course, we can deal with those concerns about, later, after the meditation session. Doesn't matter whether you remember something you have forgotten a long time ago. Oh, I remember where I kept my folder and whatever. And even in this short session, no thought is important. We simply notice them as thoughts, and develop that ability, because we always, we become victim to our thoughts. And what we call entertain is like, okay, think about it, try to bring other memories and try to think, what if, and that's what we call entertaining. Feeding the thoughts, following the thoughts, and connecting other memories. Yeah, so it's a whole three different things. Yeah. When we investigate, right, Bhante? When we investigate, we want to start with, whatever moment that we realize the thought, and then we kind of backtrace it. Right, Bhante? We backtrace it. Okay, I'm feeling like this. I'm thinking like this. Exactly how this came to me. You kind of backtrace it. What kind of, because any thought had to start with some kind of sensation, some kind of sensory sensation, some kind of vedana, and some kind of a contact. So we kind of slowly investigate, trace back, and also try to investigate it, whether it's related to clinging, related to this craving, attachment, or whether it's related to resistance, dislike, and disapproval. So there are two types. So we kind of notice there are so many ways to investigate. Yeah. But I think we first develop the ability to be distant, ability to observe them. In longer meditation sessions, we can do the investigation.
Don't worry about the investigation.
I mean, in this session. Yeah.
Because we have very limited time here.
Limited
right,
time,
Bhante?
yeah.
But later, sometimes when we are doing meditation, Bhante, very quickly our mind jumps to different thoughts. Once especially in the meditation, sometimes, Bhante, while we are doing breathing meditation, we focus our mind, bring our attention to observe whole process of breathing in and out, and how the air goes inside the body, and also the changes which are happening in the body.
Right,
While
yeah.
I'm feeling the belly, once, not today.
Yeah.
Sometimes these kind of things may happen.
Yeah.
So, or belly, or sometimes I feel some hungry. Why? So I couldn't have my lunch well today, or go to kitchen and so and so. Like that.
You start like
Yeah, while I'm
feeling the body, feeling the
I'm
belly.
feeling the body in the breathing meditation.
But the stomach bring you the memory.
Yeah, while I am bringing attention to feel my belly, this area, stomach, then I feel some little
Hunger.
Then my mind went to kitchen and the lunch and so and so.
And you're kind of imagining how should you go and eat.
Yeah. Later we can investigate, not in the meditation, or what happened to me. It's somewhat interesting.
Going backtrace, like you come back and backtrace the thought. Yeah. Okay, let's move to our other part of the program. So it's our discussion. So today we are going to discuss another simile. So as we know, and this is we are now approaching Vesak, which is the the celebration of the the enlightenment of the Buddha, and including the birth and the passing away, and which happened in the full moon of May, which is the actual days on 16th, and that is why we have a program on 15th and also on 22nd with other Buddhist organization in the area, and that is why Bhante Metta has been working so hard to build a platform for the Bodhi tree under which Buddha became enlightened. So we want to trade the Bodhi tree properly in our new premises. So Bhante has been working so hard day and night to build that platform. It's coming along well, Bhante, right?
Yeah. Few of our friends are helping even today.
Yes. Yeah. And thank you very much. Many of you have also shown your generosity with your time, labor, and donation. I really appreciate that. So hopefully by next week we'll be able to bring our Bodhi tree and then place that in the platform. Yeah. So
when are you gonna start the stupa? Next year?
Yeah. If we build one, we need a really big one on the top of that hill.
Put lights on.
Yeah. So because it's Vesak season, so we thought that maybe today we talk about the Buddha. Buddha himself. What's the kind of role of a Buddha in this world? So there are a few interesting sutras, discourses we find in the Pali Canon, where we find this description of a Buddha. What kind of role a Buddha is playing. I think but today I selected this simile given by the Buddha himself about talking about guiding someone to walk a path and reach a delightful stretch of level ground. And the simile is that a person has discovered a path to go through a forest and avoiding all the pitfalls along the way and reaching a delightful stretch of a level ground, a nice, we call pasture, right? Pasture?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a beautiful pasture, nice, spacious place. But you have to go there, but you have to, so someone has discovered this path to go to this wonderful, delightful, free place. And and then that person is guiding another person to walk the same path and reach the same place that he visited. Yeah, so the Buddha said that the kind of mission of the Buddha is something like that, and in his life, and he was quite concerned about the vulnerability of our mind to experience suffering. And of course, we know that he was brought up in a palace, and he had a really pampered life. But he was even in that kind of life that he was always treated by people really nicely. But even in that kind of condition, he was not fooled by those kind of pampered environment, those and he was really concerned that even though he was some kind of power as a ruling class person, and realized that even in that situation you cannot stop your mind is getting get into suffering. And and of course if you start like create the ownership and attachment to your body, to your belongings, and then when these things changes, you definitely experience suffering. So he was quite concerned about this the predicament of all living beings. Everyone is subject to suffering, and there are small moments of suffering. There are big moments of suffering. Like of course, getting sick, getting old, dying is like big moments, but there are so many other moments of suffering. So therefore, he was really serious about this, and is this the way to live our life? If and can there be a way to really help everyone to get rid of suffering? So he was not interested in ruling his country. Maybe he could have been a good ruler, a righteous ruler, but still he will not be able to give solution to the problems, the real problems of the humanity, which is the problem of suffering. So then, of course, he dedicated his life to find this solution, and then he first was willing to learn from others, and he went to meet so many teachers who are because at that time there were so many other people who were disenchanted with all the luxuries, all the development, all the in the 6th century BCE, all kind of development is happening. There was a kind of movement like to develop economy, develop agriculture, develop experimenting with different political systems. So lot of things were happening in that century. But at the same time, there were a group of people who were completely disenchanted with this search for worldly happiness, and they were looking for some other solution. And so there were many other ascetics and renunciants, and he went to those people, and he learned from them. And he had two teachers that he learned. He thought that maybe learning from them will be able to he will be able to find the solution. But he developed, he learned so many techniques of meditation, but and he was able to reach a very peaceful, very serene, very joyful state of meditation. But through the help of those teachers, but he realized that and those techniques didn't help him to make a kind of permanent change in his mind, that even when we are out of meditation, he can still stay aloof from suffering. So you can be free from suffering when you are in that state, but when you're out of the meditation, you are still living with the normal way. So he really wanted to make a breakthrough how you can permanently change the mind, that even you are out of the meditation, you can live within equanimity and inner peace. So that was what he was looking for. He could not learn that from both teachers, and then he started practice by himself. So anyway, it's a all different story. So he was learning from other teachers, and then he had his own practices, and then trial and errors, and he started practice all forms of self-modification, all forms of self-torturing, thinking that depriving our body from basic needs will somehow we be able to we'll be able to achieve some kind of altered state of consciousness. So he started to give extreme forms of pains and torture to body, even stopping his breath. And that those are the practices available, and many others were doing, and he did it to the extreme, and aiming that will give him a breakthrough, giving like extraordinary level of torture to body will somehow change the consciousness. And he did that. He realized that that is not fruitful, and that's how he found what we call the middle path, the discovery he made. That not going to those extremes, and taking care of the body, and use the the comfort of the body, and then develop the mind, and basically the awareness, not only the peace but actually the awareness and discernment. So through all these practices, he kind of moved through that path, and if he was able to to find that breakthrough and attain the enlightenment. And then he started to teach the same path and the same state for all others. So that's what he's talking about here. So let me read. This is a sutra given by him to one of his cousins, because many of his relatives also became his disciples. So one of his cousins was having issues. It was not very successful. At that time, Buddha gave a series of teaching, and there he used this simile also. So it is as there were a person who is skilled in path, In that case, the man who is not skilled in the path would ask the man who is skilled in the path about the path. And then the person who is skilled in the path will say like this: "Come, my good man, this is the path. Go along it a little further, and you will see a fork in the road. Avoiding the left fork, take the right. Go along a little further, you will see an intense forest growth. Go along a little further, you will see a large marshy swamp. Swamp, right? Swamp. Go along a little further, you will see a deep drop off, a cliff. Go along a little further, and you will see a delightful stretch of level ground." So he had to pass so many other obstacles until he reached the path. I have made this comparison, to convey a meaning. The meaning is this: the man unskilled in the path stands for a run-of-the-mill person, means us. Putujana. The man is skilled in the path stands for the Tathagata. This is also very interesting. There are a number of names used to refer to the Buddha. People call the Buddha so many names, but whenever Buddha referred to himself, he doesn't use the even term I, but the very name that he referred to himself is Tathagata. Right? And it is an interesting term. Tatha means, right, Bhante, like suchness, and gata means gone or achieve, right? Gone. So we should got the thus gone one, and maybe the one has achieved the suchness. But anyway, so that's the word term that he used. So the man who's skilled in the path stands for me, but he doesn't say me, he says Tathagata. And we also chant Tathagata, right here, right? Yeah. The one who has gone beyond. And the fork in the road stands for uncertainty. The left fork stands for the eightfold wrong path. That means wrong view, wrong results, wrong speech, wrong action, wrong mindfulness, wrong action, wrong livelihood, and wrong mindfulness. Mindfulness can be wrong too, and wrong concentration. So it is possible. So the fork, the one stands for the wrong view, and we wrong in the sense that will not lead to that delightful, path. Wrong. It's not necessarily evil. Just it has a different destination. And the right fork stands for the noble eightfold path, which is the right view, right result, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration, right in the sense that will lead to eradication of suffering. Not because all other paths are wrong. And the right in the sense that it will lead us to eradication of suffering. And the intense forest grove stand for ignorance. The large marshy swamp stand for our desire for sensual pleasures. Our desire for sensual pleasures, reliance on our senses, sensory pleasures. The deep drop off stand for anger and despair. The delightful stretch of level ground stand for the awakening, the enlightenment, the unconditioned state of being. So he actually Buddha kind of unpacked the whole simile, right? So the path that the path is the Eightfold Path, which we are practicing most of the time in our life. Once you start this spiritual journey, you try to use your speech in the way that is not harming and hurtful to others, and including yourself, right? And then we develop this right understanding that that basically that right understanding at two levels. At one level, basic level, we understand that our actions, whatever action that we do, has a repercussion. The understanding of the working of the karma, our actions, wholesome and unwholesome, has is leaving some traces in us that will bring some fruits later. So understanding that that every action condition, every actions produce certain conditioning, certain tendencies and habitual forms in us that will bring some fruits and results. So that understanding is the basic level of right understanding. The higher level of right understanding is to understand that whatever forms of suffering that we experience in our life is a causal product. The outer condition can be outer situation can be a condition, but we also put some ingredients to that, and then it becomes suffering. So having that deep understanding that any experience of suffering has a little bit of the contribution that we are putting in. It may not be the whole, but some contribution. So if we realize that, by changing that ingredients, we'll be able to change the taste of the whole soup. The whole experience. That is the higher level of right understanding. And once we have that, then we start to like have intentions and speech and actions and livelihood that will promote peace and happiness and well-being, that will reduce suffering. And then the real change happens when you start practice right mindfulness and right concentration that we practice right now here. That will lead to breakthrough in our own life. So we had to pass a deep forest grove. That is the ignorance. That means inability to see how experience is occurring. When we live our life, we encounter so many things. We interact with so many people, so many situations. We rarely get an opportunity to observe the inner working of this experience. It's almost like most of the time we are watching. The way we experience the world is like we are watching a drama sitting in the front seat, and we see how this the drama is played, and sometimes even forgetting that this is a drama, and really investing in the emotions and everything. And that's what we call ignorant. Ignorance means not really that we don't see it, but we see the whole world in a particular perspective, not understanding the real causes and conditions that produce that experience that we are going through. So getting rid of the ignorance is almost like we kind of sneak through the back of the stage, and even try to see that how these things actually happening, how these players are getting dressed, how these whole things are operating. You get some kind of glimpses of that working of the experience. You're not simply experiencing everything from the end point, but you're also trying to realize some of the workings of this experience. And we that's called wisdom. So the forest grove is our inability to see that. It's like a darkness. We experience the world, but almost like we experience a drama. But anyway, so Buddha is saying that Buddha will guide someone to pass through this forest, and along the way you will also have to pass the marshy swamp. That stands for when we have that misunderstanding, incomplete understanding of how of the experience that we are getting, we either develop craving and clinging to have more such experiences, or maybe repulsion and uh, repulsion to and resistant to have those experiences. So we either react either in forms of attachment or forms of resistance and rejection and repulsion. So that's how normally we live our life. So the marshy swamp stands for that clinging and attachment for to have more and more sensual pleasures, and deep drop off stands for that repulsion and we develop. And so we have to move through those two things in the in the middle way, not leaning either to a swamp or not even going all the way to the cliff off, but moving through. And then we will find delightful stretch of the level ground. So the really interesting thing is here that Buddha said that he see himself as someone who's showing the path. That's a very important message to realize that even there are other statements of the Buddha, right? When the Buddha said that I'm
Tumme vichang.
Tumme.
Kataru tatagata, right?
Yeah. And I'm a show of the path. I'm a guide. You have to walk the path.
Buddha is not grabbing our hands and take to the nirvana.
I mean, yes, the compassion to help us, but it's impossible to like somehow go inside our mind and change it in like doing a surgery. He can guide, and teachers can guide, our friends and co-practitioners can guide us and help us and give all the support. But we had to do the work. We had to do that in a change. So he's showing himself as someone who's showing the path. We're explaining in detail, how you should walk the path.
You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
But you can trot him around in the sun for a while and make him thirsty.
Yes. So he was something. I think that's what the Buddha is saying, that with his teachings, with his examples, these kind of similes, with inspiring talks, he kind of makes us thirsty. It really makes us wanting to go to that level ground and delightful level ground. When you talk about the peace, the freedom that we experience, when we are free from any wanting, because we somehow think that we connected our happiness to like wanting more. That's how we think like about happiness. If we want something, when we achieve it, yes, that's the happiness. That's how we usually train to think. But Buddha is showing that okay, that could be one level of happiness, but there's more higher and deeper level of happiness when you have no more needs, no more wanting, and that's more peaceful. But he has so many other examples to explain that. So he kind of make us thirsty. He make us encourage to experience that level of happiness with this path. So the Buddha is a show of the path. Is there any other term to say that? Guide.
Become the path. Become the path.
The Buddha himself is a guide. He's a pathfinder.
Who told one who knows, like the time?
Yes. the one who has realized, right? Yeah.
One who knows.
But his role is as a guide, as someone who showed the path.
Has the Buddha ever commented on other Buddhas that were previous?
Oh, thank you for asking that question, because there were two similes today. I was debating to choose which one. The other simile is actually when Buddha talked about an ancient city. After in one of his teachings, he said that my discovery of this path is just like rediscovering an ancient city. And he said that then he give and this simile he gave that let's say one time a person went to the forest and he started realizing there were some steps all over the place, and then he started realizing that there are some ruins, and he realized that it is an abandoned city, and the whole, the setup of a city, and then he came and then informed people there's a big city like kind of hidden in the forest, and then people went and cleaned it and rebuilt that city. And Buddha said that my discovery of this path and enlightenment is just like and rediscovering an ancient city, and this city has been discovered by so many previous enlightened Buddhas, so I just rediscovered it. Yeah. So this enlightenment is a possibility. Is actually the human capacity, and that's kind of completion of our evolution. As human beings, the way we live right now, this is not yet the finished product of humanity. We are still in the making. There's still more room for our evolution. So becoming enlightened is achieving the full evolution. So many, but one human being had to do it by himself at any given point of time. And so for our time, what we call the Buddha, the Buddha Shakyamuni, the Gautama Buddha who lived in 6th century BCE, did it for us, and then now we know the path we walk the same path. But before him, he's talking about not this lifetime, maybe another life circle of this earth, maybe another life circle of another planet. The life could have been in many other planets, and maybe even in this planet, but not in this cycle, but another life cycle. She was talking about other Buddhas who discovered the same path, discovered the possibility of enlightenment. Thank you. I was thinking to give that simile next week, so I have to find another one.
We got two similar.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So and okay, let me end the simile. So there's inspiring words. Buddha said that rejoice, Tissa. Tissa is the name of the person Buddha is teaching. Rejoice, Tissa. Rejoice. I am here to exhort you. I am here to aid you. I am here to instruct you. So please rejoice. You are not kind of abandoned. You are not misguided. You are not lost in this path. Rejoice. I am here to exhort you. I am here to aid you. I am here to instruct you. So that's how he make you thirsty. Okay, so let us rejoice. So we have a path to go, to go, past this, forest to the ignorance and go to this, delightful, level ground, the deep peace and freedom. And we have a guide. We have the path, and we have additional support from the other teachers and other co-practitioners. That is what we call the Three Refuges. The Three Refuges. Okay, so during this Vesak season, let us rejoice. The Buddha appeared in the world. The one of human beings, achieve this peak of the evolution and rediscover this possibility of enlightenment, and has shared the same path. He wants all of us to walk the same path and experience the same level of peace and awakening and opening that he experienced. So he has given the path clearly, but we just have to walk the path. Yes. So rejoice. We have the possibility. So let us move to the other part of the program, which is the transference of merits, and turn to page 14. And let us now take this moment to share the merits by coming to this practice and doing this practice together. And we have generated so much goodness in our heart, so much good merits, good karma. Let us share this good karma with many others. First of all, let us share these merits with any of our departed relatives, our family members, our friends who are no more with us today. Let us be grateful for their care, for their love, for their help, and share these merits with all of them. May all of our departed relatives share these merits. May they be benefited from these merits. May they be well, happy, wherever they may be. Idang me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Let us also share these merits with all other living beings. If there's any living being in this world who would like to share this merit, this goodness, this good karma, may he or she do so. May all living beings share our merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ittavata amhi sampadaṃ puñya sampadaṃ sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattā anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana. Purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be evil. This is the blessing service. Now we are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra to wish you all well-being, healing, peace, and happiness. And this particular sutra was given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. We are going to chant the same sutra for you now. May you all receive the blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha. May you receive the blessings of this wholesome vibration that we are generating now. May you receive the blessings of the loving kindness that we are radiating now. By the power of these blessings, may you be blessed with strength, courage to overcome your difficulties and challenges in life. May you receive good health and healing, and may you receive peace and happiness. You may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, your friends, your family members, and people who are sick. People may be receiving treatments in the hospitals. You can recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස කරණීය මත්ත කුසලේන යන්තං සන්තං පදං අபிසමිච්ඡ සක්ඛෝ යෝච සෝජෝච සුවචෝ චසංස මුතු අනතිමානි සන්තුස්සකෝච සුභරෝච අප්පකිච්ඡෝච සල්ලහුක වුන්ති සන්ත්‍රින්ද්‍රියෝච නිපකෝච අප්පගම්බෝ කුලේසු අනනුගෙද්දෝ නච ගොද්දං සමාචරේ කිංචේන විඤ්ඤෝ පරි උපවදෙය්‍යං සකිනෝ වාකේමිනෝ හොන්තු සබ්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තා ඒකේ චිපාන භූතත්ති තසාවාතාවරාවා අනවශේෂා දීඝාවායේ මහන්තාවා මජ්ජිමා රස්සකානුක තුලා දෙත්තාවායේව හන්දිත්තායේ ච දුරේ වසන්ති අවිදුරේ භූතාවා සම්භවී සීවා සම්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තාන පරෝ පරං නිකොම්බේත නාති මංඤේත කන්ත චිනං කංචේ ව්‍යාරෝසනා පටිඝ සංඥානාඤ්ඤමඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛමිච්ඡය මාතා යතානියං පුත්තං ආයුසා ඒක පුත්ත මනුරක්ඛේ එවං පෙසම්බ භූතේසු මාන සංභාවයේ අපරිමාණං මෙත්තං ච සම්බ ලෝකස්මින් මාන සංභාවයේ අපරිමාණං උද්දං අදෝච තිරියං ච අසංපාදං අවීරං අසපත්තං තෙත්තං චරං නිසින්නෝ වාසයානෝ වායාව තස්ස විගත මින්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිත්තේය බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාහෝ දෙත්තිං ච අනුපගම්ම සීලවා දස්සනීන සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනීයගේ ධං නහි ජාතු ගම්බසෙයං පුනරේති ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොත්ති තේ හෝතු සම්බදායේතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සම්බ රෝගෝ විනාශසතු ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සබ්බීතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සම්බරෝ විනාශසතු මාතේ භවන්තන්තරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භව භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති bhavantu te. Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever kindness we receive from others. Think about your past few days and recall to your mind a moment that you received kindness, care, or some help from someone. Even a little help or kindness that you gave to someone, that you were able to be kind to someone else. Think about an help you did to someone, a moment that you were able to show your kindness and care to someone, the kind deed that you did. Recall an actual incident that you were able to be kind to someone. Let us rejoice these moments, these opportunities to be able to kind. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds and glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in freeing my heart. Let us now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others, some help, care, kindness we receive from others. Remember an actual incident. Let us rejoice. On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you everyone for joining us. And this Sunday is our half-day retreat sub-program. So I saw some of you have signed up for that. Plus, please remember there's a dress code for that because it's a half-day retreat. So we encourage you to wear white, at least a white top, and then some light bottom, right? Yeah, if there's no white. Yeah. So we encourage you to be a little bit white and be light colored dress on that day if you're attending the half-day retreat. And then if someone is free tomorrow evening, late afternoon, evening, we are putting up our Vesak lanterns all over the place. And also there are some cleaning. And so if you are free tomorrow after 5, and so we encourage you to come to help us to put up the lanterns, because Bante Kamalasiri has prepared about 100 lanterns. But he was not feeling well yesterday, but today is okay, but he just won't have more rest today, so he didn't join, but tomorrow he'll be active again. And then our next Vesak, the joint celebration with other Buddhist organizations in the area, it will be on 22nd. For that, we also need help. Also on 21st, we'll be putting up our tents and preparing our whole place. So 21st Saturday afternoon after 4, if you are free, you can come also. On the day itself, we also need some help to navigate traffic, to welcome the people who are coming to our center and ushering them. We can train you how to do those things. So there's a sign-up sheet outside. So if you can come on this 22nd Sunday a little earlier to help us with welcoming and navigating traffic, please sign up. When you sign up, we can help train you how to do that. Or if you can come on Saturday to help us to put up the tents, and please sign up there too. So there's sign up sheet outside. You can also. Thank you. And so it's a busy week, a busy few weeks.
What about this Sunday? We're helping set up. What time should we come?
Yes, because we are not going to put up any tents on
Right.
Sunday, but the dining area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time should I come?
Yeah, our retreat is start at 9. So I'm going to ask a few volunteers who will be like preparing the dining hall. So I'm not going to maybe people who want to have the retreat, let them observe the precept, have stay here. But we will recruit some few other volunteers who will set up the dining hall
Oh, well,
while the other people are having the retreat.
okay, so we're not gonna set it up before.
Yeah, because we start at 9, so
Okay.
hopefully I have call few people and they will come just to set up the dining hall while we are meditating and having talks here. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you, everyone, and look forward to see you next week. Yeah, thank you.